Welcome to Gamersledge Podcast, the weekly podcast about video games with news, reviews, analysis, and opinion. Keeping you up to date on how to wisely spend your money for video games, movies, RPGs, comics, books, and more for over 16 years. Find us online at Gamersledge.com. And now, your hosts.
Hello and welcome to Gamersledge Podcast. Come on in, sit down, relax, have yourself a not your father's root beer, not your father's root beer ale.
Yes.
Is not a sponsor of the show.
Sorry.
But money hats. Sit down and relax. It's a conversation between friends, a look at what it means to be a hardcore gamer, and a look at the video gaming industry. Starting and joining us all the way at my far left this evening, it is the man, the wolf, the legend, Turo.
Hi. My wolf.
Joining us next to him is the ever stoic Eggman.
Who's still on mute.
He was still on mute.
Still on mute.
Apparently can't hear us because he's just staring
Eggman.
into infinity.
I'll just force the camera over to his perspective.
You said Eggman, so I wasn't sure you were talking to me.
Oh,
Of course I was.
Could have been Matt.
Also joining us from the Great White North, it's Kate and friend.
This is Richard Parker. No.
Friend.
Looks like Morris from the cat food commercial.
And also joining us from the other Eggman is Matt.
Hello.
And of course, last but not least, our Destiny Seeker of the group, Nick.
Hello.
He seeks the destiny.
So
Seek the platinum
we
destiny.
have this episode is called Game Doldrum. We are in the middle of the summer doldrums.
Thank
There are not
goodness.
really major games coming out at this point. Some good. There's not saying that there are no games coming out. There are, but nothing AAA at this point. Batman is still lingering. The Witcher is still lingering for a lot of people. But there is a ton of news. So we will get to that in a minute as well as reader mail. But let's start by going around the room and seeing what people have been up to since last week. We'll start, of course, with Wolfman Jack.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah, that's you.
Hey. Still Arkham Knight. I'm still having fun with that. I do believe I am close to 35% now. Work's been pretty crazy. So any free time, I'm either drinking and then I forget to play, or I'm drinking and I fall asleep. Yeah. Then I've been playing still Clash of Clans because I really like it. And pick something up.
It's usually
That's it.
helpful.
Yeah, that's it.
Dave, how about you?
It's been a busy couple weeks. My girlfriend had our child. So basically,
What game is that?
What game is that?
Level up!
hold on.
It's called Life.
Hold on. I got a good one.
Play that board game.
This is gonna be. Hey, shut up! This is a good joke. Remember Tamagotchis?
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
It's kind of like that, except the rules change every 5 hours.
And the
That's
poop
pretty
is a
cool.
lot nastier.
But
A
where,
lot worse.
So instead
where
of
do
just
you
in the toilet,
keep the battery?
But don't you have to shake it to do steps? That doesn't work.
No, you're not allowed to shake it. They tell you that multiple times at the hospital, which is kind of upsetting that they need to tell you that.
Right?
wow,
Sometimes
that
the
means it's happened before.
Oh,
That
yeah,
means-
it's actually a thing.
I know it's a thing, but I always thought it was a thing for bad people. Like I didn't
It
know
is,
it's a
but-
thing they have to tell all people.
But
Well,
they
see-
have to tell all people because of the bad people.
Have
Yeah.
you looked in the mirror recently?
Did,
Oh,
Ouch.
Wow.
Ow.
Wow.
That's
You
mean
saying we're
today.
bad people? That one is a little low
Wow.
even for us.
Wow.
I was gonna stoop
This
as low as the
turned dark
Walmart.
quickly.
This is actually a
This went
callback
from-
to a conversation we had earlier where people accidentally mistake him for like an enforcer. So, I
It's
suppose it
still
didn't make
pretty
sense if you
dark,
didn't
right?
have the rest of the conversation.
It totally went to a much darker place.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Matt's mean today. I
so
don't
if-
like it.
If I'm understanding you correctly, instead of having a digital readout, since this is a next-gen game, it uses state-of-the-art Kinect auditorial and oral feedback.
Yes.
You're
It's like
being
the
very
Kinect
nice. I'm
and
not
the
gonna say that.
Move put
Yeah, it's like a
together.
connected move all put together.
Xander off. Xander off.
And with the
No, I didn't say cry. Ah.
and with the lack of sleep, it is definitely augmented reality.
Nice.
Thank you.
How many
Yeah.
hours of sleep do you seriously get a night? If we're gonna be honest right now.
See, the thing is, it's really weird. Like I said, the rules change daily. He had an all-nighter the other night,
Nice,
Wow.
kudos.
so that sucked.
No, all-nighter means stayed up all night.
Yeah,
Oh.
Oh, wrong kind of awesome. Never mind.
it was a party, and he was the only one invited. And but the thing was, he wasn't like miserable. That's the thing that's hilarious about it.
Oh, he was just up.
Yeah, he was just like up, and when you put him down, like when you're like, all right, go to sleep, and he'd be like, and you're like, all right, I can deal with and then like a minute goes
He's
by, and
definitely
he's just
your
like,
child.
Yeah.
It's like a lazy cry.
He's just
and then like a minute,
no.
Yeah.
and like a minute would go by, and they'd be just like, and you think I'm like yelling. And then like after like 2 minutes of this, he's just like, ah! We're like, all right, intaken, and we'd like get up, and he would just be like, all right, cool. Like he calms down super quick, but
Take that as a blessing. Let me tell you.
no, it's pretty cool so far. But the
Because I have to watch my godsons when I watch them. They don't calm down very quickly unless their grandmother's around, and if their grandma's not around, prepare for hell. So
I think they just smell weakness or something.
So thanks everybody for tuning in to Gamersledge, the #1 internet child
baby
rearing
podcast.
podcast.
Talking about.
Did you get to play anything, Dave?
I did. Before we went into the hospital, I played some Batman, which was awesome. I'm like 11% through it, but I haven't been able to play it since. And while I was in the hospital, I 100%ed a game.
What the what? What'd you do?
I know.
Jetpack Joyride.
Jetpack Joyride Deluxe. I got the last trophy.
Ah.
Kudos to that.
So wait, if I'm understanding this correctly, Dave, you got to a platinum before Nick.
Hey, I want to see Dave get a platinum in Destiny. Okay, and then we'll start talking.
If Dave gets a platinum in a real game, we could talk. Technically, I just got the last trophy. I don't think it was
it's
a
only a
platinum
gold.
trophy.
It's only a gold.
It's
pretty
a
sure
100% kind of thing. It's like Journey. You can't get a platinum in Journey, but I have all trophies.
Right,
So-
right. It's just one of those. But still,
So, have you 100%
somehow
of both versions then, or just the one?
I did actually.
Nice. You
Is
were a
it?
sucker for that game, I tell you.
What game was it again? What'd you say it was?
Jetpack Joyride.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I
Really fun.
love that game.
I got all the achievements on my phone, and then my fiance downloaded it for PlayStation 3 and like 6 other consoles. So I was like, oh, well, I know what we're doing for a while.
Yeah. So I got all the Vita ones, both of the
Nice.
versions for the Vita. So that's that.
Kate, how about you?
I haven't actually been playing like anything in the past few weeks. I haven't really had any motivation. That's why I haven't been on the podcast. I haven't been doing so good. I'm just playing Final Fantasy Record Keeper. That's like the only thing I've been playing. Got most of my characters to level 50. There's like just a couple the LOL crap core characters. I have 5 of them who are still in like the teens. And it's just like, whenever I think about leveling them. But I probably will just because when I look at all my characters, it's all like 50 and a couple 51s and stuff, and then them. And it's
Well,
just,
I hate to say it, but the Black Mage's record materia is actually pretty flippin' awesome.
yeah, he's one of the ones I have 50. The only ones I don't have to 50 are Warrior, Knight, Ranger, Red Mage, and Bard. And they all suck.
So what isn't the Black Mages thing just to what do you have up? I don't even know. Isn't the Black Mage's thing just to give you +1, or you have a chance to increase your Black Magic by 1?
Yeah, I haven't really been doing anything with the record materia because I've been what is that?
I think it's Jetpack Joyride.
Jetpack Joyride.
I'm trying to play it mirrored. Oh, it's like a little lag. Oh, darn it.
What are you playing, Taro?
Jetpack Joyride.
Jetpack Joyride.
I highly recommend the game.
It's
It's
fantastic.
very fun. It's addictive, and it's very, very addictive.
So yeah.
100%ing it is not insignificant. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Kate, what else?
I haven't even bought Arkham Knight. Like, I mean, my PS Plus is expired. I haven't bought Arkham Knight, so I'm like out of the gaming sphere right now.
Fair enough. Matt, how about you?
Well, Arkham Knight, similar to Turo, I'm somewhere in the 30s, 33 to 37, somewhere in there. Kind of pacing myself through all the sub quests and stuff, so kind of taking it all in chunks, not just burning through the story first, so kind of doing it all at the same time. It's still really good. I don't, again, I've got a long ways to go, so maybe my opinion will change at some point, but still very, 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 very good. Now we must refer to the list because I don't remember what else. FFRK, both years, Memory Crystal was ridiculously easy compared to the other second.
Did you get the? Well, you would have gotten the record material once you broke his thing. That's like one of the best record materials.
He's not 50 yet, so I
just
got the
spend
crystal.
your eggs on him because his record crystal gives you haste at the beginning of the round.
Yeah, it's
I'll have to
sick.
see if I have enough because I burned almost all of mine between Sephiroth and Squall, so I'm not sure if I have.
Well,
enough
here's the
eggs.
thing: is I heard Irvine's got to have the best though for leveling.
Yeah, but I don't have Irvine stuff unlocked yet.
No, I don't have anything unlocked yet. So.
But yeah, I'm like the opposite of Kate. I've got like 251s, 250s, a couple of 40s, and everyone else is like a level 10 or less.
I'm in the same boat as you. Don't feel bad.
So that's it's still puddling along. Of course, now we've got Cecil's dungeon coming back, and then we've got more dungeons that have been added since the last more dungeons that I haven't done. So the game continues to be able to proceed way faster than I can play it. I actually did something I haven't done in a long time. I played all of the PS Plus games that came out on Tuesday before the podcast, so I've actually sampled every single one of them. I beat Entwined last night. It's very short. If you just want to play it through, it's going to be one of those. It's going to be a pain in the butt to 100%. There's no platinum, but just to play through the game, it's very that game company artistic gamey thing. It came out a year ago, so most people that were wanting to play it probably already did. But it's one part puzzle game, one part art game, and it's almost a music game too because the sound effects of what happens as you're playing kind of mix into the music track. So it's interesting. Been trying to get through episode 3 of Tales from the Borderlands, which is taking ridiculously long. Or is it 4 now? 3 or 4? Whatever the newest one is.
Three.
I think it's 3. Taking a ridiculously long time. This one's much longer than the previous episodes for that one. And then Drive Club some more. Just racing around India because that's the only
How was
country
that?
we get. It's interesting. I enjoy it in short spurts. The big complaint, and it is 100% legitimate on it, is it's too sim to be an arcadey game and too arcade to be a sim. So, as Mark said, it kind of punishes you for making the mistakes of both. So, you try to play it like an arcade game, and it punishes you for not playing it like a sim. You try to play it like a sim game, and it punishes you for not playing it like an arcade game. So,
So it's like Dark Souls meets racing.
kind of. There's corners where I swear that there's like I do the same corner 20 times, the exact same speed, the exact same way, and I'll get a different result every time. It's kind of crazy, but it's fun for a quick pickup and run around the track a couple of times and convince myself I almost maybe understand the track well enough to race against other cars, and then totally get boshed by racing against other vehicles. And then let's see, Styx is an interesting little stealth game. That one came out. Geometry Wars, I'm annoyed because I can't 3-star the first level.
The very first level?
Rain. What?
The very first level?
The very first level of the Geometry Wars 3 that came out on the Plus. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I can't get the 500,000 points to get the score, so... but I have just literally played it like twice, so I don't know. Let's see, what else came out? Rain. Rain was pretty good. What were the other? Oh, the not Mousetrap, Mousecraft. That's a puzzle game. That's a kind of a time waster. Kind of, have part lemmings. Get the mice from point A to point B by manipulating the level. What else? Other things entwined. Mousecraft, Rain, Styx. Oh, the Rocket.
Oh yeah, Rocket.
Rocket League.
Yeah.
It's soccer with RC cars. That's what it is. It's soccer.
Yeah, I've heard that's huge on Steam right now.
Basically, you can start a single-player game, play by yourself with nobody else in there, and get 5 trophies for just playing one game by yourself with nobody else.
Sold.
Just keep hitting the ball into the goal, and they'll just keep popping. Yeah. I think that pretty much covers it. Oh, my wife we downloaded the demo for Tropico 5 on the PS4 for my wife to try out. I wasn't home when she tried it out except for the very end, so all I got to see was her lose the election. So apparently that's actually kind of tricky to do, is because it doesn't really tell you what to do. So getting past that first election, because once you lose the election, the game ends and you have to start over. So getting past that first election, but it's kind of cute because it is, a despot kind of style game, and there's options for you to assassinate or exile a political opponent or different stuff like this. So
that's really a thing. I thought you were joking about that.
No, that's literally, you go in there, you look at the character, it's like $5,000 to assassinate.
Yeah, you're basically running Cuba in the game.
Yeah, basically.
That's more, yeah.
From like 1915 or 1901 or something like that, as far forward in time as you can get. So. Yep. It's got a definite style to it that I can appreciate, and the music's actually pretty good too. It's got a kind of a nice. Okay, I think that was a lot of stuff. I'm done.
Nick, how about you?
Haven't had a whole lot of time. All last week, all I was doing, I missed podcast last week. Sorry, guys. Every day last week, I had something to go to. Showers and stuff for wedding. Yay. Over the weekend, we finished and actually my fiance finished and hand wrote all 200 invitations. That's fun. So I did get, thanks to her, we did get some time to just do what we wanted, which I played like 2 hours of Destiny, and then I've been doing a lot of Borderlands, the pre-sequel, to just de-stress. And FFRK at work. Shh, don't tell people. This is what I get paid to do right now. FFRK. I'm in the same boat as Matt too, by the way. I have a full team of 50 with 251s. Squall is 50 and broken. Don't judge. Squall is basically Cloud. It's the same character.
Look better.
Yeah.
I know, right? I'm so happy about that. Yeah, I still to this day haven't gotten a single item-specific 5-star because I don't have money.
I haven't gotten one at all.
And you don't talk because I saw your Facebook post and I hate you already. I hate you for that.
Fight nice, kids.
Other than
let
that,
me tell you, I've done an 11 pull and 4 single pulls since then, and I've gotten 3-star things only.
I can't get.
I
got one gravity rod.
That fast.
All the new dungeons, dude.
He buys them. You have to buy them.
There's not that many mithril in the game. You've done 11 pulls plus half a dozen single pulls in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's not possible.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yes, there is. You run.
No.
Okay, I will sit there and I will count all the
Go ahead.
mithril in the game and prove that it's
Go ahead.
not mathematically possible.
It's not
And
possible.
I have been saving for longer than 2 weeks for the 50 pull.
Well, you keep on talking about doing single pulls and single pulls and single pulls, and then all of a sudden you do 2 50 pulls and 4
That's
single
because I'll
pulls in a
get to
day,
50.
and then like 3
That's
days
'cause I'll
later
get to,
you're
like,
talking
45
about doing
or 50
another
and
11
so on.
pull.
This is all gibberish.
I've only done one 50 pull, and I didn't get anything character specific, but I got a couple of, like there's like the 5-star items that aren't character specific, but they're like
Yeah.
really good for those dungeons. So I got like the Eaton coat for 7, which is an accessory, an armor. And I got the Betrayal Sword for 8, and I got the Blitz Sword for 8. So I got a couple really awesome swords out of it. But
That Blitz sword is really nice.
I got a couple of them, so now it's like a 6-star.
Nice.
Oh, nice. You can buy.
Yeah,
them
I've
in
gotten
6.
2 Zentetsu-kins, a Veil of Annulment, a Minotaur Plate, and everything else has been 4 or 3 stars turned to 5s. So I have 2 ways to give my party shell, and a Zentetsu-kin level 6 that never auto-kills. Pisses me off. So, yeah. Other than that, though, Borderlands pre-sequel, I'm not enjoying the fact that my guy has full legendary gear or full legendary weapons, and I don't care. I don't care.
You're so hipster. You're so hipster. Guys, I have full legendary at an early level. I remember when this game used to be cool.
Yeah, it really is though, because I get handed legendaries, and it's like I don't care. I don't care anymore. It used to be something I freak out about. Now it's like, oh look, number 7. Woo. It's dumb. I don't like that they tripled it. I agree they should have increased it, but not by 300%. Pissed me off.
Hashtag first world problem.
Yes. Yes. Any other gaming thing? I downloaded Unity. I'm gonna design a game if it kills me. And then I actually have some ideas. And then not just the one we've been talking about, because I have stuff on that too. And I have a skill assessment I need to complete for Kingfish Games. So I'm actually maybe getting a gaming job.
Nice.
That's it.
Let's see. I've been playing Final Fantasy Record Keeper. I enrolled in a class to develop iPhone games.
That's awesome.
Because I have a ton of extra free time, right? No. But they sit there forever, so it will probably be one of those things I spent money on that sits there forever. But I do have it, and I have the downloads available, including the Nick, help me out. What was the name of the environment we were talking about?
Xcode?
Yeah, Xcode, thank you.
Xcode is awesome, man.
I've been playing a lot of Lego Marvel Superheroes because I bought it in one of those flash sales a long time ago, and my stepson is here right now, and so we've been playing that together as 2-player co-op and 100%ing all the levels and going through. And then I did get a little bit of time to play Gwent Simulator 2015, also known as The Witcher 3. Because all I do in that game is play Gwent for an hour to an hour and a half.
The card game in there is better than the game.
All the horse does is it facilitates me finding new Gwent quests and Gwent people to play with. That's all it does. So that game is just ridiculously still good. And then the other game I played was Do Not Blow Up My Hands and Feet. I played that over the weekend successfully, leveled up yet again. Fireworks are fun, especially when you bring them from one state to another.
I don't think I'd want to state that out loud.
I didn't say
Just
which
saying.
states and whether it was legal or not, so I'm good.
Wait, you weren't that guy who blew his head off and died because he lit fireworks off his head, were you?
Absolutely
It
not.
wasn't Mark?
There is no holding fireworks. There is no putting it on your head. No, just although
that's a total Darwin award thing.
So the funny part is that story actually broke a lot sooner than most people heard about it. It came out the day of 4th of July, and so
yeah,
I
heard about it because it was in Maine, so that's right near me.
Yeah, I'd heard about it, and my first question was not how stupid or how did that happen. It was, did the guy actually use the tube on his head or not? And turned out he did. and it was actually a malfunction of the mortar, not the fact that he fired
but
it.
even then, even if it had
Even
fired
then, it's
properly, he
still
still would have at
stupid
least
as
been
hell.
knocked out.
Yeah,
That
it
was a
would have
force.
burned his head. Yes, I don't think it would have killed him, but still, he's an idiot, and Darwinism, yes.
I have a background on my work desktop that if my manager comes to see, I have to skip it. But if any other coworker comes in, they laugh their ass off. It's a background. It's not an image. It's just wording that says, I'm not saying we should kill all the stupid people. I'm saying we should take all the warning labels off products and let nature take its course.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Because there are so many times I look at people and go, you know, there's a bridge right over there. You could just jump off it and help the world's IQ by a lot. You are that outlier. Just saying.
That's awesome.
So let's jump right into the giant tome of news that we have available to us.
Fun-sized news.
Yes, it is fun. The first thing is actually a dire warning. Mad Catz, in an investor call this week, told its investors that if it does not do well with Rock Band 4, the company's probably going to fold and go away.
I put my pre-order in, doing my part.
Yeah.
So, wouldn't you like to be an employee and hear that?
Well, I think they're going to be okay because Rock Band 4 is probably going to do well.
It looks nice. It looks.
It looks nice. It looks So they basically said, hey, we took out this $20 million loan to make all the products for Rock Band 4. So if Rock Band 4 doesn't sell well, we're kind of done when they call that loan in. So just FYI. That's what they told.
I think they're going to have the opposite problem. They're not going to be able to get another loan quick enough to be able to make more gear to get
when their first initial run runs out. Yeah. I agree. I still gotta put my pre-order in. I'm looking to do that here next month.
Yeah, I got other things to worry about. When is it coming out again?
October 6th.
Yep.
9th.
That means I still got 4 months. Got it. To pre.
Yes.
I can use wedding money for it. I mean,
and,
I didn't.
And if you use Amazon, they don't charge you till it ships.
Nick's registered at
GameStop.
Yeah, my wedding
registry
registry
will
is
be
GameStop. A lot of those other ones. Yeah, no.
But yeah, if you do pre-order it on Amazon, which is where I got it, you know they don't charge until it ships, and then you get a code for 34 downloads bonus.
Extra download songs, yeah.
Extra downloads.
Yeah, I don't know who to go through for it yet. So.
So the probably biggest piece of news that's happened since the last podcast is that
I
know, where'd that come from?
He's in Boston. He's moving to the wrong coast. Podcast.
A new piece of gaming history has been uncovered. Someone has actually found one of the very few 250 ever produced Nintendo PlayStations. There's a video up on YouTube. It looks authentic. The coloring on it, from age, looks right. And it's really weird. It's a Super Nintendo controller with the Sony PlayStation brand
logo on the back. Yeah.
Yep. It's really weird.
And a Super Nintendo cartridge slot in the back.
Yep. Well, and it also has the CD, and he has both a game and the CD, and he doesn't know what's on it because he doesn't have the power cord. Although, why couldn't you find another power cord to plug it in? I'm not sure, but there you go. So hopefully we'll find out more about that. Shuhei Yoshida was asked to confirm the validity of it in an interview I believe it was a Morpheus presentation in Japan, if I remember right. And he said it's awesome that somebody found one, but he was not going to confirm nor deny whether it was a real thing because he liked the fact that it was a mystery better.
So it's
Shuhei
real.
Yoshida.
So it's real.
Professional troll.
Professional troll. Yeah, at this point he's getting paid for that.
I want to say he's a jerk, but I really respect that.
That's pretty much the way it. We have one kind of discussion topic this week, and it is actually 3 stories in a row, and that is that Destiny's No Good Very Bad Day is continuing into No Good Very Bad couple weeks. Yeah.
Year?
Fortnight.
Yeah.
The first
That's
thing
2 weeks.
is that after this whole debacle about the pricing, they said, "Well, we're going to do something awesome for VIP folks that will make them feel appreciated for their years worth of playing the game. So what they did is they offered something called a triumph, or a series
10
of triumphs.
Thank you.
And you have to finish them all before September 9th, which is the game's first anniversary. And to finish the entire circle, you have to complete 50 public events, beat the core game and both expansions, win 100 PvP matches, find all the golden chests in the game,
And defeat Shang Long.
and defeat every current dungeon and raid on hard mode. And what do you get?
One emblem.
An effing emblem.
They gave me an
Bungie
emote,
and
I'd be
F
happy.
Destiny. No, my God.
But it's a very nice
No, they're gonna
No, it is.
charge you for that emote. Trust me.
They are. They will. I know they are. But I'm not going to say anything until spoken to.
It still convinces me that the game was released in beta. Whatever. It was unfinished, but I digress.
Oh, I could go to that one for days.
So, on top of that, then a very unknown person named David Cross, who happens to be a comedian.
I was just trying to say that unknown.
Yeah. It turns out that he was brought up to Bungie to write for Ghost, Peter Dinklage's character.
What?
They sat there and they did.
I would have
They-
read his jokes. I would have read his jokes, and I would have liked them.
They said they spent a few days up there and wrote a ton of material, and, quote, they did not use a single solitary thing we wrote, which is a shame because we wrote some stuff that, we're gamers, and I would imagine somebody somewhere said, we can't inject this levity or humor into it, and when I came out, I was way into it, way excited about it, and when you're at hour 20 of that thing, it's like the Ghost is kind of monotone saying this thing, we must get over the ridge, that's the Cabal, we've got to defeat them. It's boring as shit. There's a quote. And I speak for myself and Brian, and I know thousands, if not millions, of other gamers would be like, it would be nice to have a joke or something in there.
A good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Show, David Cross, right?
Mr. Show, David Cross, yes.
One of the funniest people on the earth.
Wrote
a
ton of material with Brian Posehn. That's the big funky looking guy.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, he's awesome.
I love that guy.
Yeah. So they flew the two of them out to Bungie to do all this writing. They did that and then didn't use a single lick of it.
And that's why they have to charge you for emotes.
Right.
Because
This is why that game. And
Matt, you start winning. You know what, Matt? Just for that, that's the best quote of the evening so far. You get an Earth 2 Dark Knight costume sent in by a listener to give away to one of the panelists.
Woohoo!
I'll take it.
A Batman,
Thank you.
Batman Earth 2 Dark Knight costume.
I'll take it.
I'll
Thank
give
you,
you that
Matt.
after the show. And then, as if things couldn't get worse for Bungie.
Okay, I don't know what's left, and I've read up on all the notes, so...
So, we talked a little bit about the segmentation of their player base, and now we have the extra segmentation of the Red Bull
Oh, jeez, yeah. Never
specific
mind.
level and code. Well, it turns out that all of their codes use F's, 7s, and T's. And guess what? People started cluing in on that. And they started guessing codes and redeeming them. And so now, if you purchased a Red Bull can to get this exclusive content, odds are it's already been used.
Yep.
Turo's just leaving.
I'm out,
He's
yeah.
done. He's done. He's done with this stuff, man.
I'm out.
I seriously, this
He's
is
bought
like
12
this is
cases of Red Bull.
I'm gonna start pouring them out right now, guys. I'm sorry.
This is a show, and it's not Mr. Show. It's a different kind of show. It's seriously. Yes,
I'm coming back for that just to save you guys.
I seriously, they've got to make some changes over there pronto. I figure by the time Destiny 8 comes out, or whatever,
It might actually be good.
yeah, whatever the 8th year release is, then maybe they'll have fixed a lot of these issues, but man, until then.
It's just, what can they do? What's the next thing they can do to make it even crappier? Like.
Oh, crappier! I was gonna say,
How is it even
what could they do to make it better?
Everything's always so crappy. It's like, what's gonna happen next?
So, well, Nick, you're always the apologist and ray of sunshine in the Destiny camp. You weren't here last week when we went in depth on this because that was not a good week for Bungie either.
They haven't had a good week. I'm gonna be real.
What's your take on all of it?
I'm pissed that they're not seeing. Well, I do understand part of what they're doing. So there's actually never really a debacle about price. Everything that they've been coming up with is pretty rudimentary stuff. If you're going to make a code, you can't make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need to make the code 1, 57, 182, ABF, Q, shark, random stuff. You don't make anything repeating that you can see within 10 of them. You don't. I mean, that's very rudimentary stuff. And if it's Red Bull's fault, well, then I don't buy Red Bull anyway.
Well, see, the way it's happening, from my understanding of reading the stories, is that people are still able to use the Red Bull codes on the Red Bull site, but then once they get the Destiny code, because that's the one, or for your PlayStation or Xbox One, that's the one that apparently has a bunch of Fs and 7s in it. You go to put it in on the individual service, and that's when it says this code has already been redeemed.
Well, that's the thing, is it's like somebody did something wrong when it came to randomized number generation, and ask any CS guy. It's not that hard to do. Anybody who knows code, not that hard to do. Their problem with earlier in the week with, oh, by the way, you can only get these emotes and this class-specific items with experience bonuses if you pay more money, like $80. That's rudimentary. Your bigger players are going to want that. They're making a lot of basic mistakes, and it's like, you guys made Halo. Where the hell are you going wrong? Why are you going so wrong with Destiny?
They went multi-platform.
That's not their problem, trust me.
They went Activision.
I don't know if it's even Activision's fault.
I'd say
Activision, no, Activision made the shooting extremely simple. So kudos to them, in my book. Bungie is the one that has the rights to all the characters, the designs. I mean, Activision does too, but Bungie's the one who's like creating who's actually makes most of the major decisions in the game. It's Bungie's game with Activision's shooting engine in it, and obviously Activision has more. But this is
what are you talking about? No, that's Bungie's shooting engine. They're the ones that designed the game from the ground up. Activision's the publisher. They're the one that puts up the money for the development.
So they
puts up the money for the.
It is Bungie's. So it's Bungie. Yeah, it's not Activision.
Well, we don't know that for sure, because when you think about it this way, Activision fronts all the money for marketing, all the money for development. That means that they probably get to demand certain milestones for both development and return on investment. And so if they're forcing them to piecemeal up the game in this fashion to recoup some of their investments on the game, we will never know that probably unless there's some kind of leaked court agreement. Yeah. So,
well, they're making a lot of stupid mistakes. I'm going to put it simply. There's things where I'm sitting here like, you could easily remedy this, or you need a pricing structure where you still gain profit, but the customers still gain what they want. Here it is. Like, I can think of this stuff, and I've never done game development. I've never done game design. I know this stuff. So, as much as I do praise Destiny, it has a lot of good. It has a lot of bad. It has a lot of bad. You gotta weed through the bad. You gotta put your scuba suit on and weed through the bad. But Destiny it's a lot of good. It's a lot of good covered in a whole bunch of crap.
And we'll see how Bungie can screw this up further next week. And
in the next episode of Bungie Screws Everything.
And speaking of
voice,
speaking of bad ideas,
I love that voice.
Ubisoft Montreal had a leak this week of a character selection screen showing that they are quite possibly making a open world Superman game, because those do great.
That's kind of confusing to me because I really got the feeling so far in Arkham Knight that Rocksteady might be working on either a Batman or a JL game. Because
my guess is that they would be doing the JLA game.
Because there's a ton of references to LexCorp and stuff in Arkham Knight. You get a phone call.
Spoilers! Whoa!
Spoilers.
Yeah, my guess is that Rocksteady will probably do a JLA title, but they'll leave this open world Superman game to Ubisoft Montreal, which of course was the company that made Arkham Origins, correct? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Which was not as well received as the other games. In fact,
What are you talking about? It was the best one in the series.
Yeah.
As soon as you say that, I would duck.
In terms of good things being released, Journey's release date on the PS4 has been leaked. It is being released, I believe it's July 21st. I'm pulling it up right now. Survey says July 21st. So that will be coming to... and the interesting thing is that if you purchased it on the PS3, you do nothing. You'll get it automatically for free on the PS4.
I got the collection. Does that count?
I don't think so.
I did have to download it. Well,
I don't know, but I kind of doubt it. Because they only specifically mentioned Journey, not the collection.
Dang it. The collection's fun.
My one included piece of non-video game news for Matt, Archie Comics #1 launched, and it is getting rave reviews across the board today.
There were no copies on the shelf. I actually forgot that was today. When I went in, there were no copies on the shelf. Whether that means because they all went or because they didn't think to order any, I'm not sure. But
read several outlets' reviews, and they are all quite positive. That it
doesn't look like an Archie comic, though, man.
It does not. It does not. And if you're somebody who loves that old style of Archie comics, I'm imagining that these changes will not sit well with you, with that particular person.
Yeah.
But they're trying to innovate and stay afloat. I'm interested to see where it goes. And so, because of this podcast, many people know the power of love and FFRK.
We FERK all day long.
Yeah, FERKing all day long at work. FERK at work. And the other thing that I wanted to spread the love of is there is a new free-to-play game coming out tonight at midnight Eastern called DC Comics Legends. And it allows you to actually form a team of heroes and villains to take on basically wave-based combat in what I would call Japanese RPG turn-based fashion.
So,
phenomenal
DC FERK.
graphics. Yeah, it's DC FERK, but with 3D modeled graphics instead of 8-bit.
Oh, it would have been cute with sprites.
It would, but yeah.
I was gonna say, can you see a Thor sprite with 8-bit lightning smashing down on people?
Wrong comic book company.
8-bit
Yeah,
Batman.
Nerd fail.
The story on this one is that
Batman?
Superman, Lex Luthor, and Zatanna find themselves alone against manhunters, which are ancient homicidal robots bent on the destruction of all living things. The manhunters are teamed up with Black Lanterns, and a Green Lantern arrives to battle the group, and then there's other people that you can do. I believe the ones we've seen are Tigra, Black Canary, Green Lantern, Zatanna, and I think that's all we've seen in the previews so far. But yeah, there's not just the beat 'em ups aspect of it. There's also a collectible card game aspect in it as well.
Oh my
apparently.
god.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They're looking to kill people with this game.
Yeah, pretty much. So only tonight, only on the iPhone store. Android version should show up sometime in the future.
Cool.
I'll try and post a quick impressions once I get it downloaded tonight. And hey, Matt.
Oh God.
Don't be so sad.
You like Star Wars, right?
I've been known to have a bit of a, bookshelf full of Star Wars books. Yeah, a little bit.
Dave, you like Star Wars, right?
I do.
What if I told you both that you can eat off of the all-you-can-eat buffet of Disney Infinity 3.0 come August 30th?
Wow, that went over like a fart in an elevator.
I was trying to figure out what the heck you mean. I didn't actually look at this one.
Yep, so they have announced the release date for Disney Infinity 3.0. It will be on August 30th.
Oh, we already knew that.
No, we knew it was summer, but we didn't have an approximate.
Can you use the Disney Infinity 2.0 stuff with it?
You can indeed, except for the
Base.
base. You have to buy the 3.0 starter set.
But the stock game is $65 with the base, so it's not like they put you out huge for it.
Unless you want both of the stories from Star Wars, in which case you will need.
And you have a PS4, because
$110. Yeah. So there's that.
Been an exclusive Boba Fett. Well, temporary
exclusive. Yes.
Boba Fett figure.
There's a little game out there on the PSN that's a hell of a lot of fun called Helldivers that some of us have played.
Yep, that update was last night or Monday. Yeah.
Yep, it actually got an expansion called Masters of the Galaxy, and it's live now, and it's my favorite four-letter word, free. So go check that out if you haven't already.
I heard it was really good too.
Oh, Helldivers or the expansion?
The expansion. I know Helldivers is good.
Oh yeah. I haven't not yet had an opportunity.
I installed the update, and that was about as far as I got.
I was kind of upset because I went on the store, and I saw that they offer a new DLC pack for vehicles, and I'm like, oh, is there going to be an upgraded mech? And no, it's actually worse than the one we have. So, what else? So we've been talking about GameStop and its future a lot lately, and I was very happy to see that there was an alternative that got showcased on a couple of the major media outlets today. There is a new pre-owned marketplace that seems to be gaining traction very quickly called GameFlip, and it is an app for both iPhone and Android. And what it does, it allows you to take a picture of your product that you would like to sell, like, for example, Bloodborne. You can scan the barcode on the back of the package, and it will upload all the details automatically for you. And then you set the price, and the market bears out whether or not you sell your used copy. And if it does, it gives you instructions on what to do and how to send it. And if it doesn't sell, they apparently give you credit equal to the difference between GameStop's trade-in price and what the market average price is.
And then you mail them the game?
I believe you keep the game.
What?
Whoa.
That was my understanding of reading through how that worked. I could be wrong, but that's what it did look like. Now, granted, that credit is only to be used inside that app, but still, that's
join us next week when they go out of business.
All those 97 cents add up real fast, man.
I did actually download it and take a look at it. It's really clean, really easy to use. They do games, they do collectibles, so you can sell not only your Skylanders and your Amiibos, you can sell T-shirts, you can sell figurines. Somebody's got an official Nintendo Player's Guide from the Super Nintendo on here.
Yeah.
All these different things that are game related. You can sell accessories. So if you want to sell like a Circle Pad Pro, you can do that.
Power Glove,
all those different things. You can actually do consoles, and then they have an other section where people have things like Xbox hard drives and movies and things like that in there. So it's kind of an interesting proposition. I'm probably going to put a couple test items up just to see what happens with it. It seems pretty interesting, and it gives you real-time alerts for once you get everything. So, for example, if you missed out on the Order 1886 statue in the limited edition, somebody's got it on here for $40.
Not bad.
Not bad. So it's pretty interesting. So check that out. It's called GameFlip. And it's available on both platforms. Who else has a piece of news?
Who else is what?
Something I just saw float through my feed here. There is a new LEGO Dimensions trailer featuring Doctor Who, which teases the
man.
possibility of all of the Doctors.
Yep.
Oh no.
And it shows the Doctor with Doc Brown, like.
Yeah,
back to
there's a
back.
scene where Doc with Doctor with Doc, and K9 and Daleks, and the TARDIS with the entire front thing. The way they did the little kit there is funny for the doors.
It was.
So, yeah, I actually haven't listened to it. I just did the silent Facebook playing of the of it.
Oh,
so
it's funny.
I
It's
haven't actually listened to it yet. So, that's of interest to some, I know.
That's
Oh,
probably instant buy. Yeah, it's an instant buy already with that.
Yeah, PlayStation is having another sale because they can't not go like 30 seconds without having a sale.
Or being hacked.
Well, they've gone at least
Say or
70 seconds without being hacked.
Yeah, they did go down over the weekend and then back up and then back
Heyo.
down again.
Oh.
Family
friend.
podcast.
Sony President Bob and Neil. Sorry.
Heyo.
Hey. All right. So, but yeah, Matt, you're going to talk about the superhero sale.
Yeah, well, basically all the platforms, bunch of sales on stuff. It's mostly superhero themed, but it goes as far off askew as Final Fantasy 14 and Mortal Kombat. So it kind of covers the gambit. Sleeping Dogs is even on there for the PS3. So it's got quite a wide variety. If you're interested, the Lego Marvel superheroes that you mentioned earlier, Lego Jurassic World is on the list. Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls Ultimate Evil Edition is on there. So if any of those, or you think that there might be some other game out there that you've been kind of waiting for a sale on. Vita, the one that was mentioned before, the Sword Art Online game is on sale. So if you've been thinking, hey, there's some games for one of my PlayStation consoles that I've been looking at, you might want to go out and check the sale because they might just be on there.
So Turo.
Yes, that's me.
My favorite announcement during the Xbox conference was about the Rare Replay.
Yeah, $30, 30 games in August.
Except that it is no longer coming at that point in time.
No, I thought they released it for my birthday.
Apparently, it has been delayed with no new impending release date. They said unknown reasons as to why it's been delayed.
They just got depressed.
Yeah, probably. Confirmation came from Amazon.co.uk, who said that their pre-order would be delayed and they do not expect the game being shipped until the earliest of August 10th, which is 6 days after the initial one, but that's that's a placeholder date according to Amazon.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it was a nice date because it was like the beginning of the holiday games, and it would have been nice to have time to play 30 games.
can I say how distressing it is that the beginning of the holiday games are less than like 60 days away?
Yeah, we only have that many days to play whatever we have now before we stop
60, 90
playing
days,
them
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I
and play the new ones.
never caught up. I do need to make a correction. I apologize. I had two lists open. I was looking at the wrong list. So the Jurassic World.
I was going to say, I did not see the Jurassic World one.
I didn't see
Sword
it
Art
either,
Online,
but I didn't look that hard because I wasn't looking to buy anything. So, but Jurassic World, Diablo 3, and Final Fantasy 14 are not on that list.
Yeah,
there
Mortal
is
Kombat definitely is.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat is.
Kombat.
Sleeping Dogs
Just-
is not. Apologize for that mix-up. Like I said, I had two lists open. And I had the wrong one I was looking at. But Injustice, Lego Batman 3, Infamous, a bunch of Infamous stuff.
Ooh.
The Saints Row packs
Games.
are on there. Injustice, Devil May Cry series, Mega Man series, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series, some Transformers stuff. Prototype 2 Gold Edition.
I will say, yeah, for the PS3 though, not for the PS4. I will say that I did end up picking up the Saints Row bundle 4 with Gat Out of Hell and then Re-Elected for $20 because I've been waiting for that game to come on sale. Because I really liked Saints Row 4. It's got a dubstep gun. What else do I got to say?
Nothing.
Something that did surprise me, though, this was the other list I had open, was the June charts from PlayStation that they put out for the consoles, which was the other list I was looking at. And Elder Scrolls Online is #1 for PS4, and Minecraft is #1 for PS3. I think I have to stop playing games because I don't know. I'm a little weirded out by this. But
that's fine. There's enough to go around for everybody.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the best times we've ever had for gaming because there is enough diversity for everybody to get what they want.
Yeah, but #1, Minecraft on PS3. That hurts my brain. I don't.
All I can say.
I mean, I get it for PC, but PS3, I wouldn't see it being that big on. That just weirds me out a little bit.
So speaking of Minecraft, at this weekend's Minecon, they showed the first trailer for Minecraft Story Mode, which is the next game from Telltale Games, and it looks really, really good. It looks like it's inspired by the Goonies. It is full of Goonies voice actors. All of the original, like almost the entire original cast, are the voice actors for Minecraft Story Mode, and it actually looks really good. And I think this game is actually aimed at people like us who don't play Minecraft.
You son of a...
Yeah, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I've actively avoided Minecraft because I know they're going to pull me in at some point.
I've avoided it because it's ugly as hell.
I've seen a lot of cool mods. I've seen a lot of cool stuff done. I'm just not very artistically gifted, so I knew me plus block art just is not going to make pretty sites. So
that's why I like how they're releasing the good version of Minecraft. The
Legos game, yeah.
Everything pre-built for you.
Well, speaking of, in case you don't like the Legos version, Square Enix announced that they are releasing a game called Dragon Quest. Oh no, I lost it. I just closed it.
I know what you're talking about.
It's like Dragon Quest block mode or something along those lines.
That's hilarious.
And it pretty much looks like Minecraft.
It's Minecraft. It really is.
Well. So that's interesting. And then the last
Dragon Quest IX, Desperate Attempt.
The last piece of news that I have is No Man's Sky developers Hello Games have shared some information about how you will work with their economy and trading within the game. They basically did an interview with IGN where they said that, hey, if you want, you can go down and mine resources, take them up to space stations, and earn money that way. Or if you don't ever want to set foot on a planet, you don't have to. You can look at a space station's saleable goods, buy something low, go to another system, and sell high to make your money that way.
Oh my god, wait a minute, whoa. So not only is this a space sim, but they've included Dope Wars into it?
Yes.
This is bad. This is
that is
very
exactly
bad.
Correct. And the interesting thing is when you're gathering all these resources from planets, you can craft them into objects, but in order to do that, you have to figure out the recipes. There is no master list that they are providing. You have to say, okay, helium and oxygen make whatever.
Wait a minute. So not only is this a space sim where you get to go and explore stuff, not only is it Dope Wars, but they also included alchemy game, which
is exactly correct.
Oh my
Except
god.
their elements are made up, so it's not as easy as hydrogen and oxygen make water.
It's correct.
Herpaderpium and hopodopium make hopohopium. Opium.
It doesn't matter.
Hopium. I want that to be a thing. I want Hopium to be a thing.
Herpaderpium has to be a thing.
I want a herpaderpium, please. I'll trade you some.
I do.
They
I want
also
Herpaderpium
said
now.
that the AI will still keep the economy afloat even without player involvement. So there will be AI-controlled characters that travel between planets and spaceports, bringing material up to be sold and traded. They transport material into frigates to be taken to other systems, and Sean Murray, the guy who's been on the Sony stage over and over, said his favorite thing to do is just sit in space and watch the economy progress around him.
Wait a minute. So not only is it like space exploration, not only is it like Dope Wars, not only is it like Alchemy, but it's also like Mule on the Commodore 64.
That is absolutely 100% a factual statement. In fact, I think all descriptors of anytime we mention this game from now on needs to lead with that clause of statements with the commas in between them.
This may be the last game I ever need in my life.
No Man's Sky, the Alchemy, Dope Wars, Space Exploration, Mule Simulator.
I'm actually tearing up, guys. This could be a beautiful game.
This game is everything.
Until we all get our hands on it.
So literally.
It sucks. No.
No, shut your dirty
don't
mouth.
say it.
Shut your dirty
Shut your
mouth.
dirty mouth. You pessimist.
Somebody's
it would
gotta
be
be.
Matt
You
to
guys
say
are
it.
all gushing. Somebody's got to balance out the universe here.
Matt hates everything.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Not to give it any downfalls, because then all of a sudden it will be bad. I'm gonna say it's got to disappoint somewhere, because it just physically can't be the perfect game.
Or it is, finally, something.
How long did it take them to make it to? I don't know that one off the top of my
They
head.
have been in production for a while. I want to say.
So- It's what Duke Nukem should have been.
No. I really, I mean, hyperbole aside, I fully expect this game to be what like the Wild Stallions were in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Ooh,
This is what's going to bring about world peace.
You saw
Nice.
ERB, didn't you?
I'm glad we had that candid, non-hyperbole filled explanation of your views of the game.
I don't know if EVE Online hasn't brought world peace because everybody's busy fighting on wars online. Then I don't know that this one's going to accomplish it.
From a critical standpoint, honestly, I am worried that I am building up the hype in my head too much. But as they slowly start showing us more and more of the game, I'm not seeing anything that contradicts what I think the game is in my head so far. I think that it's going to be a game where they're not going to write the story for you. You will be filling in those blanks. If Kate wants to be a interstellar pirate who destroys every possible part of every planet that she goes across and then kills all the police sentry robots that are out to stop her because she's a bad mamma jamma, she can do it. And then she can take it and sell all that stuff up at, to other pirates, or she can sell it to space stations. If that's what she wants to do, great. If all I want to do is a science exploration type of thing and discover as many fauna and flora types as possible, I can play the game and never touch a phaser blaster or combat or any of that stuff.
And you will have the most badass spacesuit ever.
Yeah, probably. So, I think this is going to be a different game to different people, and I think that in reviewing it, it's going to be really hard to review because of that fact. Because you're going to have to look at it not just from your perspective, but how other people might play it.
You can't review the game as a whole. You can review the game in parts.
Pieces, parts.
Yeah. So the science exploration part of it gets an 8 out of 10 because there's so much to review and to find. But yeah, go.
I think the only deal breaker for me will be if you can't play around with front deflector shields versus back deflector shields. If you can't juggle that kind of stuff in your spaceship, then I don't know.
I fully expect it not to be able to do that. I
Well,
believe
then
you will
I'm out.
have.
Then
I
I'm out.
believe you will have a shield rating, for the ship, and that's what you're going to have to work with. I think on that side they're keeping it simplistic.
Yeah, you can change ships though. You can upgrade ships by themselves. You just can't customize the ship.
Dave, I know exactly where you're coming from, and I have that game. It's called Star Trek Online, and it's phenomenal.
No. I was talking.
Oh,
Let's go back to X-Wing, dude.
He's going back to X-Wing, yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about a real game.
No,
Oh,
it is a real game, and it's really good. So there's that.
we don't like your Trek of Stars.
Also, apparently, if you die in game, you're going to be met with a Jaden Smith motivational quote.
Wait, what happens if you do die? I didn't get to see that part.
Well, you lose.
Respawn if you lose anything you didn't sync with the almanac or whatever it's called, Atlas.
Correct.
Okay.
Basically a Call of Duty style motivational quote will pop up on screen. From
And if
science,
to play the style that you described that the mythical Kate wanted to do, it looks like that's going to be really hard because you watched the video, right, where Sean, because the guy from IGN prompted him, shot the goat, which brought 1 sentinel, which he shot, which brought 4 sentinels, which he shot, which brought 40 sentinels, and he died.
yeah. Well, but I mean, after you shoot the 4 of them, you're probably going to want to hightail it to your ship.
Yeah, run to your ship
the hell
and
out
get
of it.
away.
Each sentinel took a little bit to get there, right? Or
Well,
was
they
it
came in
instantaneous,
waves.
basically?
The first one, it took a little bit of time between waves, but they came rapidly.
Enough time to escape in between, or are you just hosed?
Yeah, no, you probably have enough time to escape.
Depending on how close you are to your ship, yeah, you probably.
Yeah. But yeah, they've confirmed that they have science fiction writers, philosophers, and Jaden Smith writing these motivational quotes.
Are you serious about that Jaden Smith thing?
I am 100% serious about this.
That is hilarious.
It is hilarious.
That's not a joke.
Yes.
That's a fact at this point.
That is a fact.
He has the weirdest tweets, man. Oh, man.
So, that's all the news I had. Did anybody else have... Oh, I have one more, sorry. If you're on the Xbox One, do not download this week's free Witcher DLC.
Okay.
Not?
Apparently, it was released in an unfinished state. It was not supposed to be released this week, but there was an error on Microsoft's side, and it was released early. And they're saying, we don't expect there to be anything wrong, but it could have some adverse ramifications because it is unfinished code. So don't download it, and download our free stuff next week instead.
Great. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So that brings us then to Reader Mail.
Reader mail.
Let's see. We have a couple questions this week. First one is from 22Link22, frequent contributor to our Reader Mail section.
Thank you.
He poses another series of lightning round questions. Answer first question that comes to, or first answer that comes to your mind, starting at the far left with Turo. Turo.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Sith?
Yes.
Sith, Jedi, or Dark Jedi?
Oh, I know that
Jedi.
answer.
Jedi.
Dave.
Yes.
Sith, Jedi, or Dark Jedi?
Jedi.
I'd love to say Sith because I love him so much, but anytime it actually comes down to it, I'm playing a game, it's always Jedi all the way, and like hardline Jedi too. Like it's not even.
So not even Dark Jedi.
No.
Okay. Kate, Sith,
all the
Jedi,
way.
Sith,
Sith all the way.
Matt.
There's a fourth option that I really like, but I guess I have to go Dark Jedi.
Jeez, Matt.
No, well, you can be a rogue Jedi without being a Dark.
You should
No,
be a politician. You should be a politician.
Options.
No, there's clearly a rogue
Just
Jedi. You don't
pick
have to be a
one.
Dark Jedi to not be a part of the Jedi Order. You can just be a rogue
Could
Jedi.
be a Jedi with a pet Ysalim. Oh, I can't know.
There you go. Now who's pulling out the expanded
Why?
universe crap, huh? Yeah.
There were
So-
3 options.
Matt,
No,
which
don't
one
worry.
of those 3 options?
I said already.
I didn't hear you.
I said Dark Jedi. Of the
Oh, okay. Nick.
Oh, Jedi. Just so far Jedi.
I'm gonna have to go with Dark Jedi.
I'm the only one who chose Sith. Oh my god, I'm kind of surprised.
There can only be one Sith Lord and one Sith Apprentice, so you
Turo.
got someone.
Turo.
Empress Palpatine right here.
Akuma, Ryu, or Dark Ryu?
Dark Ryu. Oh man. Yeah, Dark Ryu.
Dave?
Oh, Dark Ryu, all the way.
Kate?
Akuma.
Matt?
Ryu.
Nick?
Dark Ryu.
And I have to go with Akuma.
I like how we switched. Like everything we said for the Jedi stuff was completely opposite for our answers for Street Fighter.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Turo?
Mine was pretty much the same, actually.
Yours was the same. You're the only constant.
Yeah, Turo, Hadouken or Shoryuken?
Shoryuken.
Dave?
Ooh, that's tough. We're gonna go Shoryuken on that one.
Kate?
Sure, you can.
Matt?
Hadouken, just so I can annoy the crap out of people.
How would that be different from anything else you do?
Exactly. Exactly.
Nick?
Hadouken.
See, I'm going to pull Matt and say, how Shokoken?
Oh my gosh. There's only two options.
Sure you can then, if that's the case. So thanks for that question. Halo Killer 2467 asks, will there be a new Pokemon game?
Yes.
No, definitely no.
So let's fill in some gaps that I think were in this question. I'm going to rephrase it. Will there be a new Pokemon game on the Wii U?
No. Oh wait, no, they're gonna do Pokemon. What is it? Battle, whatever.
Yeah, there's the Pokemon fighting game.
Yeah, that's coming out.
No, but I'm saying
That's gonna go NX.
a straight Pokemon game.
No, they won't. They never will. They're making too much on it handheld.
It's all portable.
It's all portable.
Okay. All right. K Stamper asks, what game did you think you wouldn't like at first but ended up getting hooked into? Turo.
Ooh.
Well, skip. Go to someone else. I'll go back.
I actually have my answer.
You're on the
Me?
spot, Turo. Nope.
No, you're on the spot. Toro.
I said skip.
Nope, you're on the. There's no skipping.
I can't think of anything. Any game that I buy, I love. If I didn't
that's a
love it,
lie.
then I wouldn't buy it.
Bloodborne.
What about Bloodborne?
Oh, I bought it because we went halvesies, and I know he was gonna enjoy it, and I just wanted to watch the pretty awesome, dark characters. So game that I bought that I didn't know I was gonna like so much after I bought it.
No, game that you bought
Right.
thinking you wouldn't like it, but then ended up getting hooked on it.
Why would I buy a game?
Yeah,
that
why
I
would you
didn't
buy
like?
a game that you don't like?
Because
Or-
people convince you to, even though
or
you don't
maybe
want to.
maybe
Oh.
it was given
Oh,
to
no,
you. And
No. There was a game that I thought I was gonna like and I didn't like, and I returned it. Two Worlds.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's the proper thing to do with Two Worlds, anyways.
Yes, yeah. I'm glad that we were able to do that. I don't have a game that I didn't think I was not gonna like and not buy. Yes. So there's none.
All right, Dave.
We're gonna go with SSX Tricky. A buddy of mine was just like hammer me saying, "I gotta try that game. I gotta try that game. I gotta try that game." And I'm like, "Dude, I don't like extreme sports games. I don't care. I don't. Why would I play a snowboarding game? None of them are fun." So I picked it up, and yeah, that was it. I put so many hours in that game. That game desperately needs a remake of like the fun version of it, the tricky version.
The
of it.
actual Tricky. Yeah.
It's free to rock around.
Oh, jeez and rice.
Kate.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to go with Dead or Alive Extreme Volleyball. I thought it was gonna be just, really. It is really stupid, but I love it.
Like crack.
I do. I still
Like really-
play it.
Really bad crack.
Like the kind of crack you
Matt-
find in like East Philly.
Philly.
But you still keep going back for more.
Yep.
Matt, how about you?
probably I'm fighting in between two in my head right now, but Guitar Hero, I guess. It's probably had absolutely no interest in a rhythm music game at all, and had never actually played one until that one night at your place. And then, oh, hey, these are actually
I
kind
don't
of
like where
awesome.
this story is going.
So,
I went and looked at my game collection. I got one. It's weird.
All right, go for it.
I saw it because I thought it was something else than what it actually is. Meteos on the 3DS or on the DS, excuse me. Then I loved it. I had to perfect that game because it was so awesome. So yeah, Meteos.
Good choice.
Yeah, did not know I was gonna love it that much, and then I loved it that much.
Nick, how about you?
It was one that was given to me when I was back in PlayStation 1. Ooh. And it was... Oh, no, there's the name. I got it for free, parents. And then I didn't play it, actually, for a long time. And then I was bored with current-gen games at the time, which was like PlayStation 2. So I went back to PlayStation because I had my portable PlayStation. So I actually... played it, and I loved Alundra 2. Like, I got everything except for one stupid item. So that was a unique game, and that was fun.
Mine is actually another PlayStation 1 game. It was a game that I really did not think I was going to like. And then once I started playing it, it was all downhill from there. And that is Dance Dance Revolution.
Yeah.
Wow.
That game, I really, I'm like, this is stupid, and it's not going to be fun. You're going to jump around looking like a fool. And I think it was maybe 3 songs in, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to play this every day for the rest of my life.
How many stars can you complete?
Everything's got to be a brick waving contest.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's been a long time. I could do, I could probably get 4 stars on expert, for most songs, unless you were getting up into that 180 BPM type of stuff, because that stuff was insane.
Oh, the faster the better.
That was Japan level.
Yeah, that was definitely Japan level. But one of my friends for a birthday bought me not the. You could buy the actual metal pads like they had in the arcade games, but then they had one just a step below it that was this foam jigsawed square that went inside a special non-slip covers, like really expensive. They were. I want to say they were like $250 pads, and I had those, and we would play at my house all the time. It was crazy good, and good exercise too, I got to say.
Mm-hmm. I played DDR once for 8 hours straight. Couldn't move the next day.
So we just got a Dave and Buster's here in town, and I went the other night, and they have some Korean DDR ripoff game.
Is it like the diagonal arrows instead of the straight ones?
It's the diagonal arrows and a pad in the center.
Oh,
It throws me off like crazy.
It does. It threw me off a bit, but I was able to make it pretty well unscathed through the song. But it was like flexing muscles that hadn't been used in a long time. Process. Because man, I remember there were times that I would just look at the visual vomit coming down the screen, and my brain would just be like, I don't know what to do, and I would just stand there like somebody hit me in the head. But yeah, that's one of the games I really thought was going to be stupid, and I really liked it over time.
Good pick.
So, in fact, I wish they'd re-release that.
Wouldn't that be cool for PS4?
Yeah, Except Konami doesn't make games anymore.
Ha ha ha.
They don't.
They really don't.
Unless you play pachinko.
DDR
don't.
Pachinko. So that's going to bring us to the end of the show. We're pretty much on time, a little early even.
They're perfectly on time for the next bottle feeding, actually. So
There you go. That brings us, of course, to final thoughts. Turo, final thoughts for the evening.
Get as much gaming in as you can now, because it's not looking too good in the next 2 months.
No. Tell me about it.
Dave.
I question the what's the word I'm looking for?
Sanity.
Sure. Of the people who let me leave the hospital with a little human life to take care of. So, yeah, I need to. I mean, so far so good. I think I'm figuring stuff out, but
That one picture you posted today, though, totally needs to be made to a meme, where he's sitting there going,
yeah.
Yeah, that one. That's the one where it's like
totally a
he's
meme
pooping
picture.
his pants while he's taking that picture.
There's the kid. The
"Hey,
kid
Dad,
has
I made a
favors and-
deposit."
Kate, final thoughts?
Maybe I'll play a video game again someday soon.
You should do that. It's good for the soul. Matt, final thoughts.
Yeah, I've got to beat Batman.
Yeah.
There's a
think if you
lot of
beat
game
Batman,
coming.
you're doing it wrong.
What?
I think if you beat Batman, you're doing it wrong. You're supposed to beat the bad guys.
I need to complete the game with the name of Batman Arkham Knight.
Ah,
There we go.
I see.
English.
Kind of like Dread Pirate Roberts. If you beat Batman, you become Batman.
That's right.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah.
Nick and your other Nick. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
Shadow Nick.
There is only one Nick.
Yeah. Don't get into Destiny unless you have no time. Or unless you have all the time to waste and you have no life. Final thoughts. Well, download FFRK and join the army.
That's right.
Join the
This game is
Uh,
only going on till
Working
September when the
Army.
Star Wars game comes out, and then I'll be
Right.
leaving the FFRK world.
Oh, Battlefront?
No, the mobile one. That's the lead-in between.
Oh, Blaze Blue is a card game now on Apple. If that makes anybody happy.
No.
No.
Just read it.
No.
My final thought for today is video game related, but if you've ever played the old Street Fighter II video game, you know that in between some of the punching of other people, there is a level where you beat up cars.
Yep.
And on this week's WWE programming, Brock Lesnar beat up a car, and so someone took the sound effects and the health bar and the point system and superimposed it over him beating up this car to turn it into a Street Fighter II video. It is quite good. I highly recommend you go check it out.
I just saw a link to that before we did the show. I'm so checking that out afterward.
It's quite good. And then, of course, what did one shark say to the other while eating a clownfish?
Does this taste funny to you?
Yes, that is exactly correct.
Thank
Until
you
next
for
week.
ruining it, Matt.
Until
Thank
next
you.
week, game on.
Game on.
Game
You two
on.
deserve each other.
Hey, did anybody ever play the Street Fighter arcade game that had the pressure sensitive button, the one giant button?
Yep.
Pressure sensitive. That was annoying.
That wasn't fun.
It was a horrible idea. It was a horrible idea.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Isn't that the original Street Fighter game? I mean, not Street Fighter 2. Wasn't that the original Street Fighter 1?
No.
There was a version of Street Fighter that had it was like a giant button. It was a joystick and a giant button. I mean, this thing was huge, and it was like this. It was all like this big rubber thing, and you would
You're
just
supposed to
mash
punch it.
Yeah, and you would like mash it down, and if you just like would lightly tap it, that was like a jab. If you would slam it, that was like the heavy move. So it was crazy.
That is indeed Street Fighter 1.
Yeah.
It was a Street Fighter 1 arcade cabinet that only had 2 buttons.
Yes. Sucked.
So that's your final thought. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're still live.
It was just an interesting random fact that I played a crappy game once.
Random thoughts with Dave.
That is now a segment.
You're lucky I'm even functioning right now.
All right, so for real this time. Until next week, game on.
Game on.
Game on.
Game on.
Game on again.
Game on again.